question, are we doing more for domestic consumption, or are we doing it enough to be able to propel our export potential? That's something I want to ask you, Garima, because you see merchandise trade, it's barely moving the needle. It begs the question why India's manufacturing base is still not ready to meet global demand at scale. What do you think is the reason? Have we been too inward-looking, serving our own domestic needs and under-delivering when it comes to global competitiveness?
I wouldn't really totally agree with that. Yes, to a large extent, until at least PLIs and Atmanirbhar Bharat as a program or Make in India started, we were kind of becoming more of a trading economy, importing from China and then exporting elsewhere, adding very little value. But ever since PLIs have been launched and Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat has been implemented, safe to assume that in sectors where we had relatively no presence for at least 5 years ago, we have created a reasonable presence. Today, 20% of exports of Apple's iPhones are taking place out of India. They are looking to buy a new parcel of land in Uttar Pradesh. So they're looking to increase this number eventually to maybe 30% of their total exports. Whenever any economy that has had no value chain presence in a particular component or a product enters into manufacturing, the first leg is always going to be import heavy because we have not created or we do not have a value chain for those imports. So you start off with an assembly and start off with adding value about 2% to 2.5%, which the assembly brings you. And gradually, as the value chain develops, you see a lot of components getting indigenized. So what we are seeing right now is
Garima, why is this process so gradual? Because we're still building value and manufacturing seems to be stuck at 14%. Isn't that a very small number?
See, all said and done, it's difficult to imagine India's manufacturing sector skyrocketing to a share of 20% that the government had anticipated, because outside electronics, or outside few other sectors, we really have not been able to scale up. One, call it, cost of manufacturing in India, relative labor cost, or cost in terms of bureaucratic procedure. All of these basically are still keeping us less competitive vis-a-vis peers such as Vietnam or even smaller countries in terms of textiles like Bangladesh.
Yes.
Now, the scaling up will take time. It takes time in every country. I should say the direction is right.
Okay.